All right, well, we're gonna get started, and give me just a minute. And I apologize, we're new at this, so we're trying really hard to make everything work and give you a good experience, but we'll see what happens here. So welcome to the Chamber's very first virtual First Friday luncheon. Hope you have your lunch in front of you and are enjoying something yummy from one of our local businesses. And get a chance this afternoon to go out and enjoy some of the beautiful sunshine we're having. So as I said, this is a new format for us. We're learning along with everybody else. Hopefully, maybe some of you are better at this than we are, so maybe you can teach us in the future. I'm going to get started and tell you a little bit about what we're planning today. We are doing a 50-50. That's been a standard part of our First Friday luncheons for many years. So we're trying it today in a virtual format. You can go to the Chamber calendar on our website and find, if you go to the events, you'll find the 50-50 there. So hopefully you'll join us in that venture, and somebody will walk away with some money for you and some money for our scholarship fund. So just page not found. Okay, having a really good time now. Anyway, if you go to the Chamber website, effinghamcountychamber.com, click on the calendar events, and you'll see the virtual 50-50 there on today's schedule. So the 50-50 will be open until 12:30. And we'll draw, we plan for this to run about 45 minutes. And so we'll draw at the conclusion of that 45 minutes, we'll draw a winner of the 50-50. So please sign up for that. I wanted to spend a little time today just telling you about some things that have been going on with the Chamber, some programs that we have that might be of interest to you and to you personally and to your business. The first thing we've done is we've started a new email program, an outreach program to people in the Effingham County, not just business people, but anybody that wants to be involved in that. And so the local link is that format that we're using. It comes out on Friday. In fact, it'll come out about 2 o'clock this afternoon. It's been very popular. We have about 1,300 subscribers right now. We're keep growing that every week. We have added some new components where we've got coupons now. So local businesses that have coupons that they want to share out through the local link can send those to us, and we'll get those out. But be looking for that. And that's a great way of learning about what's going on with the businesses. There's a whole section on businesses that are now able to be open in a limited way, offering curbside service and those kind of things. Starting today, of course, is the governor's extended order. Everybody should be wearing masks. The other thing we're trying to do is create a section that's a members helping members. So if you have a need or you have something that you think other businesses could use, please let us know, and we'll continue to add that to our. Just before this call, I got a call contacted from a business that is going to be open for limited patients and customers and needing to find masks. And so, resources for masks, I think, is going to be a big issue for everybody in the next few weeks. The next thing I wanted to talk to you about is the virtual program that we're doing, not only this first Friday that we're offering today, but every Thursday for the next several weeks, we have free webinars that we're doing. We had one yesterday on post-employment or post-offer pre-employment drug testing. So how do you do that for your business after you've made an offer? Make sure that that person can handle the needs of your business. Next Thursday, we have a program on reasonable suspicion. While your business is kind of in a place where you're not maybe busy all along, you can spend some time working on your business as well as working in your business. We just added one for May 14th, looking to the future of that reopening of businesses that we're also looking forward to. So that one you'll be hearing more about, and we're continue to every Thursday, either at 9 a.m. or 1 p.m. We're going to have some virtual programming. If there's a topic that you want to hear about, please, you can enter it in the chat box today or email me and let us know what that looks like for you. so we can keep adding more value to your business by offering these webinars for you. And then finally, I want to talk about a little bit about a new opportunity that the Chamber Foundation Board of Directors has established, a Support for Small Business Fund. We're announcing that's going to be starting next week, so we'll be accepting applications from small businesses who need some funding, some more support. We'll be offering small grants to help businesses be sustainable for the, looking at how can we help businesses sustain themselves during this time when revenues are down and other things are going on that keep you from operating at full capacity. So we're looking for more information on that, as well as not only are we looking, offering the grants, but we're also asking for support for that fund from those businesses who have the opportunity to do that. So that'll be all located on our website, effinghamcountychamber.com, starting early next week. I think we're ready now to introduce our speaker today. And we're interested in hearing not only from Alex about Wright's Furniture and its long, rich history in Dietrich and Effingham County, but also I asked Alex to spend some time talking about what is Wright's Furniture doing to keep connected with their customers as well as their employees during this time, because that's an issue everyone has. It's when you can't have customers coming in your door every day, it's hard to be able to keep connected with them. So Alex is going to spend some time on that. Alex Wright is the marketing person for Wright's Furniture and Flooring, and he's the son of Tom and Linda Wright. So he's in one of the generations of Wrights that he'll be talking about here in a few minutes. So this time, hopefully this works. We're going to turn the slide or the microphone over to Alex. So Alex, welcome today, and welcome to all of you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Norma. Hopefully, thank you for letting me present today, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Does everybody see this first slide here? Are you controlling that, Norma, or am I?
You're good to go.
I did it, Alex. I got you. So we
Okay.
see you and hear you.
Okay, great. Okay, so yeah, like Norma mentioned, today I'm going to touch on the history of Wright's Furniture. We recently had some pretty substantial growth opportunities that we took advantage of, and we're going to maybe touch on a little bit on how we try to keep in touch with our customer base and try to stay relevant in this time when nobody's really getting out of the house. And in our industry, it's tough to shop for furniture online for several reasons. One is because it's usually a pretty expensive purchase, and you want to make sure you get it right the first time. So you want to try things out, and you want to make sure that it's a right fit. And then another one is it's hard to ship some of these bulkier items online. So how do we, a small business, stay relevant with our customers when they can't exactly, this industry isn't doesn't fit into e-commerce so well. So that's what I'm going to be touching on today. But first, I'd like to go through a little bit of our history here at Wright's. So if I could get the second slide.
You can advance that, Alex.
Okay. So I'm going to go. Does everybody see the picture of these handsome gentlemen here? Everybody see that okay? Okay. Thank you, Leslie. So we've been a family-owned and operated business since 1889. So working kind of in the top left corner there is G.W. Wright. He was the founder of Wright's Furniture. If you move in the top right corner, that is G.B. Wright, and he took it over after G.W. And then if you go down to the bottom left corner is Cedric. So he was the next Wright to take the reins. And then finally in the bottom right corner, we have Tom and John, who are co-running the business. Tom recently took the position of chairman of the board and CEO, and John is the president of the company. So So since 1889, it's been family owned and operated by these gentlemen here. So if I could move on to slide 2 here, or this would be slide 3 actually. So everybody see the map, the growth over the years slide here. So we all started in Detroit in 1889, and as the story goes, GW had a train car loaded up for Arkansas, because at that time it was very cheap or free land to homestead in Arkansas. So we had a train car loaded up, and the owner of the furniture store at the time approached him and said, I'd like to go to Arkansas. Would you consider trading me your ticket, your train car, for my furniture store? And then he would go to Arkansas in GW's stead. So the story goes that he said he would do it. He just wanted the funeral home operator at the time to sell to him as well. So as the story goes, in the 11th hour, they struck a deal, and that's how Wright's Furniture was born. So recently, we've been kind of over the years we've had some expansions. So in the 90s, Wright's actually expanded in Dietrich. Kind of built. We took at the time it was Nieberge Lumber, and they came to an agreement. They both wanted to expand, but they didn't know how to do it. So they actually there was a new industrial park here in Dietrich. So they said, well, one of us will build a building, and the other will just take up their current space. So Nieberge Lumber built over here in the industrial park, and then Wright's expanded all the way to the highway, adding quite a bit of showroom. Right now we have about 50,000 square feet of showroom here in Dietrich. And kind of a funny story with that was Tom and Alf Nieberge were the ones that were kind of in charge when this deal took place. They went to the bank, and they talked to a lawyer about how it would all play out. And the lawyer says, okay, great, where's your contract that you both signed? And Alf Nieberge said, contract, we shook hands on it. That's as good as any contract. So that's kind of how kind of a fun story about how that went. And in 1997 here, you can see in Effingham, we opened Right at Home. And it was actually in the building where Bray Title is currently, not the same building, but it was on that lot. A year later, it moved to the Hoffman location. And then, so it stayed there for a while, but to kind of go in order here, in 2001, Wright's acquired Schultz Seed Building here in Dietrich, so that freed up even more space for more showroom. That's about a 19,000 square foot building where we store all our inventory and kind of a distribution center for other locations now, but at the time it was just for inventory here in Dietrich. So recently in the past, we've been busy the past years. In 2018, we leased a location in Robinson. It was formerly a furniture store that we took over the lease, and now we are doing business out of Robinson there. And then in 2019, we actually moved Right at Home from the Hoffman location to the old Booze Block showroom.
That's what he's doing right now.
Location right across the street from WXEF. And it has this, if you haven't been in it, I'd strongly encourage you to check it out. It has a beautiful building that we were able to renovate and do some really cool things with. So if you haven't been in there yet, definitely check out the new location there on Fayette. And then in 2019, an opportunity came around where we were able to purchase a location in Taylorville, Illinois. It was formerly Jensen's Furniture, and we've had a great relationship with them over the years. And Mr. Jensen was ready to retire, and we kind of took advantage of that opportunity to be up in Taylorville. So that's actually a former Walmart building. it's even bigger than our Dietrich location. So in the past couple of years, we really expanded, and now we have more showroom space than ever, more locations than ever, and we actually employ just under 50 people here locally. So that's kind of the changes that we've had from 1889 to today. But then the thing I wanted to touch on as well, and I guess I forgot to mention earlier, if you have any questions, and wrap up here. But finally, here, the ways that we're staying connected during COVID-19, a few different ways. So I'm going to work my way from the top left down and then from the top right down. So Check It, you can see that green logo there in the top left corner. Check It is a web chat platform. So people that go to our website, they'll browse for a while, and then a little message will pop up and say, are you doing okay? Can there anything that we can do to help? And people browsing our website can either punch it into their phone or punch it in online, and it's the same as sending a text message from their cell phone. So we can interact with our customers in that way, because sometimes when they come to our website, they just have a quick question and they just shoot a text like that, and then I can help with that quickly. Another great thing about Check It is back when we were making deliveries regularly, I could pull the delivery list for that day, and I could send a text message to every customer that got a delivery and say, hey, this is Alex from Wrights. I'm sorry to bother you out of the blue, but I want to thank you for shopping with us. On a scale of 1 to 10, how was your experience? Say, and it was great. And then I say, awesome. Here's a link where you can leave us a review online. Thank you for shopping with us. Or if they say, 4 out of 10, I'm not satisfied, then I can do my best to try and fix the situation so I can get out in front of an unhappy customer or whatever we need to do to resolve that problem. So Check It is an excellent platform for that. Podium is a similar thing. Talk To is another platform as well. We're using Check It currently, and that's one way of staying connected with our customers. Another way we're staying connected is with social media. So the Facebook and Instagram are kind of lumped into one there, which is the Facebook logo there in the middle, and the logo in the bottom left corner is Instagram. So when I say that it's tough for furniture to be shopped online, that's a good thing and a bad thing. So we don't have any major competition such as Amazon or some of these big e-commerce players. It's tough for them to do furniture, especially because the shipping and for they want to try it out, and it's an expensive purchase, and returns, you can't factor that into the price. It's not like a pair of shoes that you can throw in return box, and the next guy by himself take 20 pairs of shoes. One sofa takes 2 guys, and takes a lot more than some of the items that sell better online. So, we can kind of leverage that in our social media, where we can do fun things that other, like Amazon and Wayfair, they cannot do because it's hard for them to sell. So we have these kind of fun things on Facebook, such as giveaways or challenges. So I remember 2 or 3 years ago, we did a recliner giveaway for Father's Day. And other than the cost of the recliner, we had about, I want to say, 20,000 entries. And, each one of those that enters is liking and following our page. It's 20,000 pairs of eyeballs on our page. And when they share it and when they comment on it, their friends see it. So, that's giveaways are a big part of kind of reaching out locally and staying connected, especially during the COVID-19. We do the challenges. We did like a sofa maintenance challenge the other day where people are at home and they're trying to find things to do. So we challenged our Facebook friends to kind of fluff their sofa up, vacuum it, because it's something that you forget is you need to rotate your couch cushions on your sofa and clean under them and vacuum the sofa to make sure that everything is, because your sofa takes a lot of abuse, and the better you take care of it, the longer it's going to last. We do things like special buys. So right now, there are manufacturers out there that have a lot of inventory that they need to move. Just like, kind of we're in a similar situation. So they're having kind of specials where we can buy at a great price, and then we can pass that savings on to our customers. And then finally, in the same breath of trying to get inventory moved, we would have, recently we did a Facebook auction where we put a big stack of rugs and said, all these rugs, doesn't matter what size, doesn't matter what price, $50 is the lowest bid we'll take at 5 o'clock on whatever day it's over. So the highest bidder at that is the winner. So that's another way we stayed connected and kept that social media presence really humming, because other than the cost of the items that the cost of giveaways or the cost of whatever it is that you want to promote, Facebook is essentially free, as long as you can get people to be engaged and make it interesting and have good content, something that is going to keep people coming back. So in the top right corner there, we have, that is a screenshot from email blasts that we've done. So email is another way that we stay in touch. We have a growing email list. So that's, we reach out to them via email. And then that kind of pizza there in the middle was, it's important to stay connected to customers. We want to stay connected to our employees just as much. So as kind of a thank you to our employees, because we've had kind of a staggered skeleton schedule, we actually had like miniature pizza boxes brought over with gift cards inside and said, thank you for sticking with us through thick and thin, like thick and thin pizza crust. And, that was a nice gesture, because we want to thank everyone that's helping us out during this time as well. So it really is a team effort, and we want to make sure that they know that their work is appreciated. And then finally, in the bottom right corner there is the virtual tour. So this is something we've always had the capacity to do, just like I'm doing with you now, a video conference. Customers can call in and say, I'd like to go through the showroom today, but I don't want to leave the house. So with our iPads, we can go through the showroom, or just send them photos of different items that we have available that would fit their needs. So with all those different ways, we are staying connected with our customers. And other than that, I think that was everything I had. So if anybody has any questions, you feel free to reach out in the chat. And I'd be glad to get to them. Looking through here.
Alex, you had mentioned something, and I'm trying to look back a few minutes about how you're connected, and it was very important for how people to connect with their customers. If you don't mind just going back to some of the comments again as just reminders.
I can't. You're echoing pretty bad.
I'll type it.
Sure. So staying connected here, just to kind of, I must have lost somebody or had some issues there, but in the top left corner there is the Check It logo, and this is a web platform for texting. So customers that go to our website, either on their phone or on their desktop, there's this little icon in the bottom corner that when they go there and they browse for like say 10, 15 seconds, that icon pops up and says, hey, do you have any questions? You can text us here. So you can open that up, put your phone number in, and send us a question, and that comes to me through Check It, and then I can respond to those customers. Another great thing about Check It is when we were delivering normally, and we have the delivery list comes back to me, and at the end of the day, I can send out a text to every customer that got a delivery and say, how was your experience? And they can tell me it's great or it wasn't so great. And then the great ones, I can send them a link to leave a review, and the ones that weren't great, I can do whatever I can to make sure that I can rectify whatever they weren't happy with. So that's Check It. And then with Facebook and Instagram, we are doing like special buys because the manufacturers that we work with have a bunch of inventory that they need to move, just like we would have inventory that we need to move. So they are kind of giving us some special deals that we're buying up, and we're passing that savings on to the customer. We do auctions. So in the same breath of trying to get some stuff moved out, we did a Facebook post the other day of a rug auction where we took a big pile of rugs that we needed to move out to make room for a vignette. And we said, doesn't matter the color, doesn't matter the size. The lowest bid we'll take is $50. Bid your dollar amount in the comments at 5 p.m. on this day. It's over. So whoever has the highest bid at $4.59 is the winner. So that's we try to make our Facebook fun and interesting, because that's what people want to see. If you want to have content and promotions and giveaways and auctions and things that engage people and make them interested, or else it's your Facebook is just not going to go anywhere. And that's Instagram goes along with that same very similar platform and social media. In the top right corner was an email blast we sent out. So that is that's another way we're staying in touch with our customers. We have a growing email list. It's growing every day. We get more and more, especially in the past few weeks. We've had a ton of people email in wanting pricing and all that. So. And then in the middle there is the pizza. So that was something we did with our employees. So we want to stay connected with our customers, but we also want to know that we also want our employees to know that we really appreciate them sticking with us. So we did this fun little thank you where we had personal pizza boxes brought in, and we put a gift card in there for $10 and said, thank you for sticking up with us through thick and thin pizza crust. And we want to make sure that their efforts don't go unnoticed, because we've been working with a staggered skeleton crew, and we want to make sure that they know that we appreciate them, their help with everything. And then finally, in the bottom right corner is the virtual showroom tour. So if a customer is in need of something, but they can't leave the house or don't want to leave the house, they can call or get a hold of us, email us, and we can set up an appointment where we can actually walk through the store with our iPads and show them different items here in Dietrich or Taylorville or Robinson, Effingham, any of the locations. So those were all the ways that we're trying to stay connected during COVID-19.
Alex, there's a couple of messages in the chat box. Do you want to take a look at those?
Okay. Let's see. With all you've done to stay connected, what works best now that you would keep or do more of during the new normal? This has really shown a light on how good is our virtual presence. I like to think we have a website that's second to none, and that we have a social media presence that's second to none, because now that's all we got. I think of other businesses that never invested the time to learn or the time to get it done or or the money to make sure it's as good as it can be. And right now, how do you reach people other than the of course the traditional medium? But I've been working on this Facebook page since day one, and now we have a substantial following, and at a time like this, it's keeping us relevant at a very low cost. So it didn't happen overnight, but we have about 8,400 followers on our Dietrich page, and that took 5-6 years of posting and finding what people are interested in and what's going to keep people coming back, what makes people comment, what engages people, and we always want them to come in the store. That's goal number one. Is we want them to visit the store because it's a beautiful showroom, and we hesitate to sell anything off a picture because you want to sit on it, make sure it's comfortable. But so I think we had the right path before, and hopefully people will be getting out and about again and stopping by in person. So thank you for that question, Mr. Woods. How are you handling the client shopping experience during COVID-19 shutdown? So we it's been tough. We've had people call in and message in, hey, can we come in? And it's been kind of a gray area. The information we're getting from the governor, every day we're trying to figure out what are we allowed to do. Are we allowed to stay open? Or should we be totally closed? Are we even allowed to work? It's tough to stay in touch, but we're doing the best we can virtually. And if anybody out there is interested in any help, we're more than willing to help. Myself and a few others. Like I said earlier, we're working on a staggered skeleton crew, so everybody's kind of working the same amount of time, but it is definitely reduced hours. But we have a lot of inventory. We have the designers with some free time. So if anybody out there needs help or would like design help, we're more than willing to help in the best way that we can, or that I should say we're allowed to at this point. So thank you, Mr. Kingery, for that question. Thank you, Sharon. What great ideas to stay connected. Love the virtual walkthroughs and the pizza box. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I can't take credit for either of those, but yeah, we have a great team here and it's a team effort. So, we value everybody's input, and both of those ideas came from, not from me. So we're very fortunate and lucky to be working with the people that we're working with. So, are there any other questions?
I would say, Alex, that was a great presentation. I think there was some good takeaways for people. I've made a couple of notes about things I want to follow up on and check into. I like the check it idea. It's a great way to have kind of immediate conversation with someone, even if you're not in front of them. And I think that's one of the hardest parts for everyone, is the fact that you can't welcome. You're not able to. Some people are good for them, but when you can't welcome your people into your business, it's really hard. I think it's really hard to not be able to have that personal connection. So thank you, Alex, very much for the presentation. Thank you all for joining us. If you have any, like I said, I want to remind you again, if you've got ideas for other topics for webinars that you'd like to hear about, please let us know. Put that into the chat box or send me an email. Just let us know, because as we talked, as Dan Woods mentioned in his comment, question about what this new normal, I think that we all realize that when we are able to get back a little more normal than it's been, business as usual is going to be very different for all of us. So looking at that from the chamber perspective and for all of your businesses, think it's a good opportunity to spend this time just reevaluating the way you do business and what new ways can you do business. We're doing that here at the chamber, certainly. So it's time for the 50-50 drawing, and thanks for you of those who did participate. We are giving away $50 to Mr. Bill Totten, who signed up. So thank you, Bill, for participating in the 50-50, and we'll send your $50 to you and hope you enjoy spending it locally with local businesses. That's kind of one of our mantras these days is shopping locally. So thank you all again for being part of our virtual First Friday. You'll see a screen there about our capital investors. We're thankful for those businesses who have stepped up and made an effort to support the chamber. And wish you all a wonderful rest of Friday and a great weekend. Looks like the weather's going to be really nice to be out and enjoy. As you're social distancing from everybody, don't forget. So best wishes to all of you and take care. Bye.